Wait. I already hear they say you are unmuted. You are unmuted. Listen, 7 o'clock, not yet. Eat.
Wait for them. I'll wait until it comes on. How much battery do you have in there? Battery, how much?
I don't know.
100%? 100%.
60. I'm charging.
Yeah.
Seven o'clock start. When it's 6:55.
6:55?
Mm-hmm. Fifteen minutes before enter. You put it in.
Why does that go up so quick?
I want to there. You can see.
Go to the settings and change that. Display is going off too fast. You know what I said? Well, I fixed it. Why is it doing that?
They control. So click.
No, that's the battery saver, Jim. Turning the screen off. Touch it. Touch the screen. You see?
73.
No.
73%.
Jen, go to the settings and increase the display. You know where the settings is?
No. I know. What?
Display. Let me have the phone.
Yeah.
Let me have the phone.
Don't miss my call.
Screen timeout. 10 minutes.
দোকানে গিয়ে সবাইকে কার্ড দিলাম, তারপর রাস্তায়ও কিছু মানুষ যারা দাঁড়ায় থাকে কথা বললাম, তারপর কার্ড দিলাম, ক্যালেন্ডার দিলাম, আর সবাইকে বললাম যে এরকম এই শুক্রবারে বিকাল 5টায় আমাদের এখানে অফিসে
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Where am I? Oh. I don't think. Put on the island.
Goodbye.
Oh, come on. Problem here.
Ruby, you're sharing your screen. Not sure if you undoing.
Ruby, it looks like you're sharing your screen.
Who am I sharing it with?
All of us. I'll try and take over.
Huh?
I'm gonna try and take over because you're sharing your screen with us.
You gonna take over?
It looks like Ruby. It looks like Ruby is actually in on two devices.
Oh my God.
It could be that, is she on two devices or is it just sharing your screen? Yeah, I could be wrong.
So what are we gonna do about it? Can you see me?
Process. Dio paquete que se no.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Christian. Good evening. Sal's here. I think he
Kristen, can you hear
recognized me.
Ruby? Hello?
Yeah. I can't hear him though.
I can't hear Kristen.
I can't hear Christian.
What's going on?
I'm gonna pull you on WhatsApp.
Hello?
Hi, Ruby. I guess they're having problems. I don't know. I have no idea
Oh,
what's
hi,
going
Lou.
on. Hi, how you doing?
Okay, how are you?
Okay. They're having some problem, I guess. So they'll
Technical problem?
technical of nature, I guess. Yes.
Lou, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
You know, the police officer committed suicide over here today.
Where?
All right, thanks. I'm in though, right? I'm in the meeting, right? Okay, bye. Joe, Happy New Year.
Hey, all. Good evening, Christian.
Happy New Year, everyone. New Year.
Everybody can hear Christian. We're good. Happy New Year.
New Year.
Ashley, do we have my audio?
Happy New Year, everybody.
We can hear you,
New Year.
Christian.
Okay, thank you, somebody.
Sure,
Thank you,
Happy New
Jocelyn.
Year.
You can hear Christian. All right. So the reason it took me so long is because y'all are blowing up my phone so bad I can't even get into the meeting. All right, I'm here. So what's happening is I'm calling from my phone, but I'm on camera at the same time. So that's my phone number you guys see there. So you'll probably be hearing me from this going on. All right, let's get this going. Ashley, we're good to go?
Good to go.
All right, so I'll just begin with roll call. So I'd like to announce that, Lou is unable to access the roll call at this time. So what I'll do is I'm going to be the one reading the names, and we have staffers and we have some board members who did volunteer to help out. So I'll just call the name, and that's it. Just please, try to keep our best attendance, guys. Ronoka Ashakan?
Present.
Michelle Calderon?
Present.
Okay, Valerie Calderon we know is out. Jamie Cho. Linda Corral. Sering Deshen. And I'd also want to say that for those board members who are calling in over the phone, if you'd like to unmute yourself, you have to hit *6 to unmute. Is it *6 or is it #6? Yeah, it's *6. So after Jamie, so we have Sering Deshen, Michelle Dunstan, Ari Espinel, Leanne G. Bowley, excuse me.
No problem here.
All right. Marilena Giampino, I do see you, but if you'd like to say hello, by all means, please do. You are there. Marilena? Okay, that's fine. But I mean, I do see Marilyn is there. We'll decide whether we're marking you present or not later on.
Oh, you're here.
Oh, Lord. Christian, we can't hear you. At least I can't right now.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. I actually muted myself. My apologies on that. Excuse me. Okay, sorry about that. All right, Marilyn Giampino, I see you there, but I don't know if you're actually, in, so we'll just leave that. Laura Gregory?
Here. Good evening, everyone.
Okay, good evening. Ramakrishna Kadukuntla? Okay, Dipendra Lama, or Dipendra, excuse me, Dipendra. Okay, Vincent Laucella.
Present.
Okay, now I'll repeat what I said earlier. If you're a board member calling in and you don't know how to mute yourself, it's *6 to unmute. Jim Lisa. Salombardo, loud and clear. We know you are here. I got you.
Michelle,
right,
I'm present.
Thank you, Michelle.
Sorry.
All right, so for those keeping attendance records, just bear in mind Michelle Dustin present. Okay, Miss Mahalski, Carol Mahalski. *6 to unmute. Okay. Carol, Ms. Mahalski, is that you? Okay, we'll come back because I believe that Ms. Mahalski was joining. We have Abuzafar Mahmoud. Okay, you're still muted, but I do see you. So Abuzafar Mahmoud is present. Sylvia Martin.
Yeah.
Okay. Matt McElroy.
Present.
Okay, excellent. Rovinia McGowan. I don't know if anybody called in for her.
Present. Yeah, present.
Thank you so much. Very nice to hear from you. And I hope that was well, Rovinia. Yes.
Yeah, she's
All right.
here. We're listening.
Oh, we know she's here. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Up next, we have Mac Merchant.
Present. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year, Mac. Thank you. Okay, we have Jose Morillo.
Present. Happy New Year for everyone.
Happy New Year, Jose. Thank you. Same to you. Edgar Moya. Okay, moving on. Ruby Mohammed.
Present.
Okay, good evening, Ruby. Sandra Munoz.
New Year, everybody.
Thank you.
Present and Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, Sandra. Thank you. Georgina Oliver. Excuse me, G. Oliver. Excuse me.
Present and Happy New Year.
Hello, Happy New Year to you as well. Georgina Oliver.
Yes.
Alexandra Owens.
Present.
Okay. Shrima Pandey. Once? No? Okay. No. We have Puru Panti.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you.
Good evening, Puru. Alexa
Good evening.
Ponce said she was going to be out. Okay. Brian Ramirez, and that's going to no-go. Ashley Reed.
Here.
Okay. Christian Romero.
Present.
Hey, Christian. Clara Salas.
Yeah. Happy New Year,
Okay. Thank you. And for those keeping Happy New Year, Clara. And for those keeping attendance, Shrima just texted in the chat that she is present. So please be sure to mark Shrima Pandey present. Thank you, Shrima. Hope you get that fixed before the evening. Okay. Excuse me. Where was I just last? Romero Salas. A. Red Sevilla.
Here. Happy New Year, y'all.
Red, Happy New Year. Ergen Sherpa. Okay. Alton Derek Smith.
Happy New Year's present.
Okay.
Happy New Year, Alton. Thank you. We see you. Okay. We have Duan Tarek.
Did you eat it?
Marcello Testa.
Yeah.
I see you. Yep. Charlie Tetievsky.
Here. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Charlie. We have Lewis Walker. I know I see you up there. All right, Lou. Okay. We have Minwen Yang.
What you
who
gonna
I saw
cook?
earlier.
Yeah, right in the middle of my closet.
Yeah.
Sal, if you can mute yourself, please. Sal, we can hear you talking. Mute yourself on the screen, please. Minwen Yang, I caught you here, and May Yu is our last name. Okay, so that said, just give us a second to tally up, and for those taking attendance, because I'll do the same on my side. Sal, brother, you're still mute. You're still unmuted. We hear everything you're saying. You have to hit the mute button on your screen.
I did.
Now you did. Okay, you're good. Okay, so let's get this going. You guys wanted virtual, so now we got virtual. All right, here we go. Let's go. For those keeping attendance, can you please confirm whether we have a quorum? We're looking for a number of 23, and I'll do the same on my end. Thanks.
Hi, I'm sorry. Did you guys call everybody yet or not yet?
We did. Who were you missing? Who's missing? Who is this?
My name is Lourdes Reynoso.
Are you one of our board members?
I'm not exactly sure. I had joined last week.
No. Then this attendance is specifically for board members. We're just doing board members now. So once we're done, we won't be taking attendance of the public. This is just members of the board.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So at the attendance keepers, can we confirm how many people are present right now, please?
I counted 31, but
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt, can we confirm that?
I counted 31. Yeah, I counted 31 as well.
Okay, all right. So the good thing is we have a quorum, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. So we can conduct board business as needed. Ashley, the floor is yours.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. Happy to see everyone here.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Hi. For those who don't know me, my name is Ashley Reed. I'm the first vice chair of the board. Our chair, Mary Elena, is taking a little maternity break. So we're wishing her well, and hopefully we'll see her soon. We have a quorum, and we also have a very packed meeting tonight, so please bear with us. We do have to vote on the minutes from the past 2 meetings. So is there a motion on the floor to accept the
Make a
minutes?
motion that the minutes be accepted as presented.
I make the motion.
We're gonna do, one moment, we're gonna do one at a time because we have 2 different agendas. So I need a motion to approve the minutes from November 19th, from November the 9th. Is there a motion?
I so move.
Is there a second?
I second.
All in favor to approve the minutes from November the 9th?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Okay, the minutes are approved.
Aye.
Is there a motion
Aye.
to approve the minutes from December the 13th?
I make a motion that we approve the minutes from December 13th.
Motion was made by Lewis Walker. Is there a second?
I second.
Second by Mac McElroy. I move that we accept, are we all in agreement that we accept the minutes from December the 9th, 13th?
Yes.
Aye.
Aye. Passes.
Okay.
We accepted the minutes from both meetings.
Actually, there's correction to the November meeting.
A correction?
November meeting, yes. My name was misspelled, my first name.
Okay, we'll take note of that.
Yeah, I mean, unless anybody has opposition to it, I don't think we need to rescind the motion. That's just a pretty minor edit. It's likely a typo. Margaret knows how to spell your name very well, Clara. It's likely a typo, so we'll make it, but there's no need to revote, Ashley. That's okay with you.
Okay. Okay.
Thanks.
So moving along, Marilena did submit a statement. I'm going to read it. First, she wishes everyone a happy and healthy new year. And this is from Mary Elena. I want to thank the office staff for all the work they have been doing to make sure we get the 2 months of board business done due to lack of quorum. I attended the January 9th Borough Board meeting with presenters from the Carbon Free and Healthy Schools Initiative campaign. They are proposing needing funding for $330 million for 100 carbon-free and healthy schools in New York City to start. This would include LED lighting, HVAC units, solar panels, new roofs, new windows, and upgraded electrical. 20 of those schools are in Queens. They will be campaigning and sending more information. And that was from Chair Mary Elena. I don't have anything to report on my end, but I would like to extend condolences on behalf of the board to Vinny Locella. He recently lost his grandmother. And I would like us to have a moment of silence in her memory and for all of those we lost this past year. A moment of silence, please. Thank you. And we'll now move on to the district manager's report. Christian, you're muted.
Oh, sorry about that. Here we go. And I finished my entire report while I'm mute, Ashley. Okay. So really quickly, just everybody, I won't say that I have a lot to report on because it has been somewhat of a busy month, but it's nothing that you guys don't already know. Everything that's happening at the office, you see in our newsletters. What I'd like to just more so emphasize is exactly what's going to happen tonight and how we're going to handle this. You do have 2 BSA items up ahead of you. These items were brought up to us about 60 days ago, so we will be seeing both tonight, but I don't want to focus so much on that as much as I do want to focus on the elections that you'll have before you later tonight. We have the attendance records when everybody is here. So what I'll do is the moment the elections will begin, the chair of the nominating committee, who is Matt McElroy, will make a very, very quick statement, 30 seconds, about what the
muted again.
Christian, you muted yourself.
Christian, you are muted.
Christian, you're muted.
We can't hear you, Christian.
You can't hear us.
I just sent him a text, so hopefully he realizes.
Just start waving at him.
You guys hear me like this?
Why are you putting that in the pot? You putting that in the garbage? Oh, water. What's going on there?
Christian, your camera's on, and
So
I think a mic is on too. But I
Christian
don't know
is
which one
having
it is.
some difficulties with his audio. But I believe he was talking about the elections that we have to hold tonight due to, we had a lack of quorum last month, so we had to push it to this month. Shortly, everyone is going to receive an electronic ballot via email. So when the ballots go out, we're going to ask that everyone quickly complete the ballots and send them back. We will count the ballots and we will reveal the results tonight. So we're going to try and make this as quick and seamless as possible. Let's see. I guess we can move on while Christian gets that together to the report by the bylaw committee. Lou?
Yeah, regarding the bylaws, we have to meet and we have not met on finalizing what changes we're going to present to the board. But we'll be doing it by the next meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Next, the report from the nominating committee. Matt?
Thank you, Ashley. The nominating committee met. There was a consensus that the executive committee had been doing a fine job and the incumbents were renominated without objection. There were some suggestions of additional candidates for directors at large, and several of those were accepted by the nominating committee, and therefore we do have an election with more candidates than slots for the at-large directors. The nominating committee feels that everyone who's been nominated obviously is up to the job. And now I think I will turn it over to Christian, perhaps, for the conducting of the meeting, for the conducting of the voting, which is, I think, by email, in response to an email we will have shortly received. Ashley, is that correct? Your understanding?
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone's going to receive a ballot via their email address. Christian says he's emailing everyone right this very minute.
So everyone should be patient.
Yes, we'll give it a few minutes for everyone to look and see if they received their ballot. In the meantime, if there are any nominated candidates who would like to say a few words, you're more than welcome to say a few words now, if you'd like. Or does anyone have any questions for the nominees? Yes, Lara.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank those who nominated me. Of course, it's the executive committee, and I just want to make sure that everybody knows that we do work in the public safety committee. I'm the current chair, just continuing the work that the late Lucy Schilero has been doing, and in honor of her memory, we just want to do a good job over at the Public Safety Committee. That's all. And of course, I'm honored to be nominated with the others who are all qualified to serve in our board. Thanks.
Thank you, Lara. Would anyone else like to speak or ask a question? Well, I'll say for myself, it's been an honor serving on the board with everyone, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to continue to serve for 2 more years. Okay, I don't believe the ballots have gone out yet.
What did you say it was? It's good, kid.
Madam Chair, I've refreshed my email inbox and it's not yet there, so it's probably gonna take a few more minutes.
Okay, so we'll keep moving. We'll move along. Now we have the public forum. We did have one member of the public who submitted a statement. John Wang from the Queens Night Market. He is here with us. John, would you like to read your statement? If not, I can read it for you.
Sorry, I'm holding the baby, so I don't have it handy. If you could read it, that'd be great. Sorry about that.
Okay, great. So I'll read the statement. So again, this is John of the Queens Night Market. He says, "Dear CB4, I just want to provide you all with an update on the Queens Night Market. We're very close to signing a lease for this year at our usual space at the New York Hall of Science. We expect to open our season in mid-April, operating Saturday nights through October, with the usual hiatus to make room for the US Open. We're doing our absolute best to maintain our unique $5, $6 price caps on food, but it's getting harder and harder with inflation. We are in talks with a potential sponsor who might want to subsidize vendor fees, which would make it easier for our vendors to abide by the price caps that make the event uniquely affordable for so many families. We just recently opened our vendor application in case you know anyone who would like to apply. Since we launched in 2015, we've represented over 90 countries through our vendors and their food, and we've helped launch approximately 350 brand new businesses in NYC. I look forward to providing you with more updates next month and can't wait to see many of you when we open up again in April. Thank you, and please let me know if you have any questions. Sincerely, John Wang." Thank you, John, for the update. I'm sure we're all looking forward to the continuation of the night market. Okay, so due to time constraints, we did ask that all staffers from elected officials registered before speaking. I have confirmed 5 speakers. So first we'll have a rep from Councilmember Shaker Krishnan's office.
Everybody, can you hear me all right?
Yes, we can hear you.
Fantastic. Hi, everybody. My name is Chanel Martinez. I'm a Community Affairs Coordinator for the Office of Councilmember Krishnan. Lovely to be here with you all tonight. Happy New Year. We had a fantastic time at the tree lighting in December, along with other holiday events. Thank you so much to CB4, Marilena, Christian, Will McCarthy, and QEDC for partnering with us. I wanted to recap a couple of council updates before talking about a few events that we have planned. Right before the new year, we were able to pass a major package of legislation, resulting in huge wins for parks equity. These bills include reducing the timeline of parks projects substantially, creating more accountability measures for the status of projects, and requiring city agencies to determine other viable locations for green space. We're also proud to have this helped us to become one of the council offices with the most bills passed in the first year. So we're really excited about this legislation that will help increase equity for parks. In the same vein, Frank O'Connor was selected as one of the only community parks initiative sites in Queens, which means that there will be a full renovation of Frank O'Connor Park this in the coming years. There will be a community engagement session this spring, so please stay tuned for more information on the schedule for that. And then across the street at Elmhurst Hospital, we were also able to secure $10 million in funding to renovate their front entrance and the infectious disease clinic. Together, we know that Frank O'Connor and Elmhurst Hospital will increase, the public health expectations for the district, and we're really excited about these wins. Lastly, looking forward, we have a few events planned. We have a small business resource fair on the 18th of January at the Jackson Heights Library from 2 to 5:30 p.m. If you have any small businesses, please send them to the resource fair, where we'll have a lot of agencies joining us and other organizations to provide resources and tips to these businesses. We're also going to have an educational seminar on the intersection of immigration and healthcare with NILAG and NILP on February 7th at 10 a.m. And lastly, we are still planning our Lunar New Year celebration with more details to come. So please reach out to our office with any questions. You can reach us in person on Mondays, Wednesdays, or Fridays, or call and leave us a message. I'll drop my information as well as the general office information in the chat. As well as information on how to subscribe to our newsletter for updates on the events that I mentioned. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks again for your time.
Okay, thank you, Chanel.
Actually, can I just, I am back. Can you hear me? All right, cool. I got a lot of yeses. So it's not that I'm muted, guys. It's just my phone does not stop ringing. I just can't get a second in. So the phone is free. I'm on my tablet now, so we should be okay. You guys are hitting me hard tonight. But so that's it. The ballots have been sent out. If for any reason you have not yet received the ballot, just give us a gentle nudge in the chat, or just email the board office and we'll get it to you. But I think I caught everybody, with the exception of maybe a name or two. So do check. If you haven't received it, give us a bump, give us a nudge, however you want to do it, and we'll handle it.
Okay. So everyone, please check your mail for the ballot. And try to get that back to us soon. In the meantime, we'll move on to the next rep. We have from Councilmember Moya's office.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Great. Just wanted to wish everyone a happy new year. And again, we're just going to provide some information that has happened the past couple weeks and some from future events. As you may know, Councilmember Moya just announced a new project that's happening in Willits Point that's slated to rise by 2027. It includes a new soccer stadium, and the soccer team will pay for the entire construction of the stadium, which is estimated to cost $780 million, 100% privately financed by New York City FC owners. And in that construction, 2,500 units of 100% affordable housing, which is the city's largest development of entirely affordable housing since the 1970s. It will also include a 250 hotel room and ground floor retail space. With this project, it's expected to create 1,550 permanent jobs and 14,200 construction jobs. During the holidays, the council member, along with the dedicated sponsors, distributed over 1,000 toys to kids in the community, and distributed over 1,000 fresh produce bags as well. Some upcoming events or things that are happening in the office. Urban Upbound will be returning to the office in the upcoming weeks to offer free tax preparations, as it's coming up on tax season. So obviously more Specific information about qualifications and who to call to schedule appointments will be coming out soon. Also, CUNY Citizenship Now will also be at the district office as well. So anyone who needs immigration information or knows anyone who needs help with immigration, they can always contact our office. And finally, this Friday, January 13th, the council member at the district office will be hosting another fresh produce giveaway. The time is still being confirmed, but it's first come, first serve. And finally, the discretionary funding is now open at the city council website. So if anybody knows about applications, they can go on the city council website, and the deadline is February 21st. Again, any questions or concerns, you can always contact me. I'll be putting it in the chat as well. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Yasette. We have a rep from Assemblymember Stephen Raga. Is anyone here from Stephen Raga's office? Okay, if not, do we have a rep from Grace Meng's office?
Good evening, everybody, and Happy New Year to everyone. I have a few updates from our office. Firstly, sorry, just pulling up the information. At the end of last year, or the last Congress, Grace, as New York senior member of the House Appropriations Committee, helped pass a monumental government funding bill for 2023. The bill avoids a potentially devastating government shutdown and ensures crucial federal agencies can continue to operate through the next year. Also included in the package, Grace secured over $21 million for 15 community project funding in Queens, including $7 million to finally make the LIRR Forest Hills Station ADA accessible, $2 million for the Metropolitan Council on Jewish Poverty to supply pantries with essentials needed for women and infants in order to reduce poverty, $1 million for the Queens Chamber of Commerce Small Business Legal Desk Support Program to support immigrant and small businesses in Queens, $750,000 for helping those experiencing homelessness attain affordable housing and combat landlord harassment, $1 million for New York City Health and Hospitals Elmhurst to renovate the infectious disease clinic, and more. Grace also secured $120 million for upgrading environmental infrastructure in Queens as part of the House-passed National Defense Authorization Act, HR 7776, which will directly improve water and wastewater infrastructure, as well as stormwater management. And more recently, Grace was just sworn in to the newest Congress, the 117th, and she's excited to continue representing and fighting for all of her constituents in Queens, as well as all Americans. And that's all the updates we have. Thank you.
Thank you, Kyle. And we have Michelle from Rep. Ocasio-Cortez's office.
Hi, good evening, everybody. I'm sorry, I'm having some issues turning on my camera, but I will begin just Happy New Year, everybody. My name is Michelle, and I'm a constituent liaison at the Office of Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez. So we are happy to announce that all of our community project funding requests made it into the final fiscal year 23 appropriations bill that was signed into law in late December. In total, we brought almost $16 million back to New York 14, the Bronx and Queens, to fund community projects run by organizations such as Elmcor, Plaza del Sol, Community Health, and NYSI. After a historic speaker election, members of the House of Representatives were officially sworn into the 118th Congress this past weekend, and Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez began her third term in office. Last month, we announced the closing of our Queens District office located in Jackson Heights because it was drawn out of New York's 14th Congressional District during redistricting. And so now we have taken over Representative Bowman's office in Co-op City and are pleased to announce we began offering in-person assistance there yesterday. This office is located at 177 Dreiser Loop in the Bronx. We will also continue to offer remote casework assistance for all our constituents across both boroughs, and we'll be sharing additional office locations as soon as those agreements are finalized. And finally, I just wanted to share that our office is hiring for 2 Bronx constituent liaisons, and we would greatly appreciate it if you would like to share this opportunity with your networks, and please don't hesitate to contact me with any questions regarding those openings. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Michelle. And finally, we have Pat Brazzero from the Borough President's Office.
Good evening, everyone, and Happy New Year. I just have a few announcements, but the first one is very important. The Queens Community Board applications are now open. If you're up for reappointment or know anyone who wants to join, please make sure that they apply online on our website, queensbp.org/community board. The deadline is February 16th. Also, we have the Lunar Year, which will be hosted on Thursday, January 19th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Queensborough Hall. Please RSVP at the website. And also the Haitian Independence Day will be hosted on Thursday, January 26th from 6 to 8 at Queensborough Hall, and please RSVP. Also, the Queensborough President's Office will continue to offer its CUNY citizenship services at Queensborough Hall. They offer citizenship, naturalization, family-based petitions, adjustments of status, and many more. Please call the Immigrant Welcome Center at 718-286-0644 to make an appointment. And that is all for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. Before we move on, the ballots have been sent. Everyone should have received it. I see in the chat there's 2 members who said they did not receive it, Carol and Linda. Is there anyone else who did not receive the ballot? Everyone else did receive their ballot?
Yeah, so I can tell you this much. So far, we have 25 responses. So we have made quorum at least with that. The 25 responses are in. And I will send it right now to both Ms. Mahalski and Lynn. They're on the way out right now. But we do have some people who filled it out twice. So please be sure to fill it out once, because you don't want to making it more difficult for us to make the counts. But yes, just give us 2 or 3 minutes. We should be good to go in the next few. So I'll send it to both Ms. Mahalski and Linda. And if anybody else hasn't received it, please let us know in the chat. I'm just going to go off.
Matt and Jamie.
Matt, I resent it to you already. You should have received it. Well, Matt, I had emailed you even earlier. Okay, all right. So I'll send it again. That's it. I'll send it to Matt, Jamie, Linda, and Carol. Are we correct? Those are the 4.
Anyone else?
Matt, Jamie, Linda, Carol. All right. Give me about 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to move forward. We do have reports and votes, presentations, reports, and votes tonight. Slight modification to the agenda. After we see these 2 ULURP presentations, the ULURP committee will give us their recommendation, and we'll vote immediately after those 2 speakers. So are our speakers prepared? For the first application, 8211 Queens Boulevard.
Hi, I'm here. Can I share my screen?
Yes.
Okay, everyone can see this?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Diwakar Gupta. I'm representing Nazir J. Kanzada LLC. We have a BSA application for the gas station at 8211 Queens Boulevard. So this gas station was originally opened in 1921. It received BSA permits in 1947. Actually, this gas station came up to the, had a BSA application very recently in 2021. So we went up to this community board and we got BSA approval to convert the auto repair shop into a convenience store and install 3 new dispensers. So why are we back here today? The owner's daughter has taken over managing the gas station, and she would like to make some changes. Basically, she wants to have 5 dispensers in a smaller convenience store. So we're here to amend that previous approval from a couple years ago. So what we'd like to do, we want to cut back the auto repair shop and convert it into a convenience store. Previously, we were planning on enlarging it on the sides and the back, but no, we no longer want to enlarge it. Instead, we want to replace the dispensers and install 5 new dispensers. Previously, we were going to install 3 dispensers. And then everything else, it was already approved. So we still want to replace the underground gas tanks. We want to install a new canopy. We want to change the signs. We want to install new landscaping. And we want to reduce the size of the curb cuts. So what the station looks like right now, it's there's an auto repair shop with a accessory store. There are 2 dispensers and 3 underground gasoline tanks, as well as some signs at the front of the store and a sign at the corner. What was approved a couple of years ago, cutting back the front of the auto repair shop and extending it at the sides and the back and converting it into a convenience store. Installing 3 new dispensers, installing 2 new gas tanks and a new canopy, 2 parking spaces plus a 3rd handicap accessible parking space, 3 planting areas, and new signs, and reducing the size of the and reducing and relocating the size of the curb cuts. So what we'd like to do now is pretty similar. We still want to convert the auto repair shop into a convenience store. We want to cut it back slightly more. We no longer want to extend it at the back and the sides. This will give us more room to install 5 dispensers instead of 3 dispensers. We still want to replace the gasoline tanks. We are going to have 2 parking spaces, 1 handicap parking space and another one at the corner. We'll still install a new canopy. And we'll have 3 planting areas. We'll change the signs. And we're still going to reduce and relocate the curb cuts. So the auto repair shop, the front of the auto repair shop and the right side will be cut back to reduce the size of the building. It's going to reduce the size to 662 square feet, and it's going to be converted into a new convenience store. So that'll be where the cashier is and the attendant, the gas station attendant. And there's going to be a handicap accessible bathroom, as well as an indoor trash storage area. So the tanks and the dispensers will be replaced. So we're going to take out the 3 existing 4,000-gallon tanks and put in 2 new 12,000-gallon tanks for regular gasoline as well as E85 fuel. And we're going to have 3 rows of dispensers for a total of 5 dispensers, replacing the 2 old dispensers. And we're going to take out the kiosk because now the gas station attendant will be inside the building. There's going to be a new canopy over the fuel dispensing area. We'll have 2 parking spaces total, including 1 handicap parking space on the right side of the building. And we're going to adjust the size of the 4 curb cuts, so none of them will be more than 30 feet. And they're going to line up with the new dispensers. We'll have new landscaping. So we're going to have 3 planting beds filled with rhododendrons, junipers, azaleas, and flowers. This is what the front of the building will look like. So we'll have 2 new non-illuminated signs for the convenience store. And we're going to have signs on the new canopy as well. Some of the signs will be non-illuminated, some will be illuminated as well. And the pole sign at the corner, it's going to have 3 illuminated signs for the gas station, a sign showing the prices for the fuel, and a sign for the convenience store. So in summary, we want to amend the previously approved plans. We're still cutting back the auto repair shop, but we're changing the size of the auto repair shop, and we're converting it into a convenience store. We're replacing the 2 old dispensers with 5 new dispensers, and we're still putting in 2 new 12,000-gallon tanks, taking out the kiosk, installing a new canopy, installing new signs, and putting in new landscaping, and reducing and relocating the curb cuts. Are there any questions?
The floor is open for any questions or comments.
Yeah, quick question, Madam Chair. Can you show where will be the entrance to this gas station in relation to the street? You may have talked about it, but I didn't hear it.
You mean to the convenience store, right?
Yeah.
So the convenience store entrance will be right over here, which means it's going to be right
Fairly close to the.
right over here, if you can see it. And we're going to have bollards in front of the building, so there's going to be a space for people to enter the store without getting in the path of the cars.
How long is this conversion going to take?
The construction should take 3 to 6 months, and it'll also take some time to get the BSA approval. But once we have the approval and the DOB permits, I would estimate 3 to 6 months.
And how are you going to provide, while the construction is going on, safety walkway for both sides of the property? Because on
so when
51st Avenue and Queens Boulevard, there's a fair amount of car and foot traffic because there's a Taekwondo and a pre-K right across the street on 51st Avenue.
Right. So when construction is going on, we'll put up a construction fence all around the site. So it's going to extend 3 feet out onto the sidewalk, but the rest of the sidewalk will be accessible, and we're not going to block the roads at all.
Are you going to cut off any of the lanes on
No.
Queens Boulevard?
No. Yeah, all of Queens Boulevard will remain accessible.
If I may,
comment, if I may,
yeah,
Madam Chair.
okay, go.
I know that this is somewhat unrelated, but I'd like to commend your manager, Aramesh, at this station. He's fantastic. And so as you speak to the owner, I just want to mention that he's a fantastic guy.
That's great to hear. I'll pass on the message.
And if I may, Chair, I'm just curious. This is more of a curious question. Is there any plans in the future to have like an electrical charger versus like a gas pump, knowing where sort of where New York City is wanting to head in terms of the way we use cars?
Right now, there are no plans to install any gas chargers, but I know that New York City is planning on, prohibiting the sale of new gas cars in the future. So I think in the future, the owner will install them, but just not right now.
Think you need more parking.
So right now we are proposing 2 parking spaces. The reason we're only proposing 2 is partially because the convenience store is going to be pretty small. We think that a lot of the people who are going into the convenience store will be fueling. So like they'll, refuel their cars and only go into the convenience store for a couple of minutes to pick up something quick.
You said the current storage is 4,000 tanks, and you're looking to go to 12,000 tanks. So basically, you're doubling the capacity at the site.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just wanted to confirm.
Okay, do we have any additional questions or comments? Okay, if that is all, thank you.
Thank you.
We will move on to the next application, which is, Christian, you had something to say?
No, just to give everybody updates. We have 28 responses so far. Again, we do have one that is a duplicate, but we also have some members that haven't sent it in just yet. So I don't know how long you want to wait, but we do have 27 technically, which is enough to move on if you'd like to. I don't know how you want to handle this. And again, I am in contact with the member, but they're having issues with some of the names on the ballot, and we may not get a ballot back. I don't know.
You can see who has voted already?
Yeah, absolutely.
So do you want to reach out to those who
Yeah,
haven't?
I have. We are in contact. So yeah, if at all possible. So.
Okay. After this application, if they have not voted, then we're going to count the ballots. Okay, so if you plan to vote and you haven't already, please do so before the end of this next presenter. Or just let Christian know right now you don't intend on voting.
Exactly. Yeah. You look, I mean, we're texting. So if you have no intent on voting, for what it's worth, not to be harsh, but stop wasting our time and just let us move on with board business.
Correct. Please just let us know now, and we'll just count the ballots right now.
All right, now, Ms. Mahalski, I sent it to you to both emails that you gave me. Your first one plus the second one. I can check again, but I don't want to
Right.
read your email publicly, but I did forward it to you. Please check again.
Let me try again.
Please do. Thank you.
Okay. Our second application, 10545 and to 10555 Horace Harding Expressway.
That'd be me whenever you're ready.
Yes, we're ready.
Am I able to share screen? My name is Daniel Ash. I work with Walter Gorman Engineering. We are the applicants looking to convert one of the repair bays into a bigger convenience store at 10545 Horace Harding. This is the mobile station on the corner of Horace Harding and 108th Street. A popular site, so hopefully you've all seen it. But it is currently 3 repair bays and a pretty small convenience store. What we're looking to do is not to change anything outside, but we're going to put up a wall over here and leave 2 repair bays. And this will leave us more room for a bigger convenience store where we can have a row of coolers and shelves for bigger display. And the fueling will remain the same. So that will not be shut down while we're working. It'll just be that they'll fence in this area so they could work on the storefront and putting in new glass storefronts so the convenience store will look nice and have more items for sale. This is a BSA site, so we're before you. They did previously approve about 20 years ago to do the same thing, but at that time the project never happened. So new ownership now, and they wanted to revive this project that they thought would make better use of the site. With regards to the rest of the site, it's really not much is changing. We're planning on keeping the car wash and the all the planting area they have in the back. It'll still have parking and handicap parking. And like I said, the fueling will remain the same. Is there anything you want me to zoom in on, or if you have any questions about what we're looking to do?
If you can zoom in.
Should be able to. Okay, so this is the proposed idea of building the wall where we're going to leave 2 repair bays for cars being serviced. And this is I don't know if this will be the exact final layout of the convenience store, but we're looking to have a walk-in cooler area here with a whole bunch of coolers and a rack for items for sale there. The attendant area will still remain over here because they need to have a line of sight to the fueling area. So that'll still be at the front and make it easier for people. Show you what the current site looks like right now. With just a little counter area, and then everything's pretty cramped inside if you've ever been inside there. We were also going to expand the bathroom area in the back to make it bigger.
Are there any comments or questions?
Hi, would you show the as you plan to rebuild design again?
Yes.
Thank you.
This is the proposed. This would be glass along the outside. Shelving and coolers.
Thank you.
Welcome. So if approved, this work will probably take place towards the end of the year after or the fall or winter of this year, after we finish up at the board.
Okay, if there are no other questions or comments, thank you, Daniel.
Thank you.
Ashley, it's
Yes.
Alton. I do have a question for him. When he said coolers, are those coolers for drinks?
Yes.
Okay, so the fact that the high school is next to the station, how are you going to, obviously there's going to be kids coming from there. How are you prepared to really handle the fact that now you're going to attract a lot more students coming from arts and business, with the fact that there's so many cool drinks there?
They do have coolers right now, only a couple, much smaller, and they do get a lot of traffic from the students right now. These two right now are coolers here.
Right, but they're very small. I've
They're
been there,
smaller, yes.
so
They'll
I'm,
have more things for sale, but I don't know that the approach is going to change much. Of obviously not selling alcohol to any minors. Certainly, from management, that's the direction, and I don't know if it's ever happened of any attendants breaking that law, but that's not the intent of management. And the fact that there's going to be more options for sale won't really change the strategy of marketing to everyone around the neighborhood.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Any last questions or comments? Okay, then we will move on to the report of the ULURP committee. Alton?
Hi, Ashley. We did hold a meeting with both presenters, but unfortunately we didn't have a quota, so we could not make a determination on either one of the applications, and that's why we had requested them to present it to the full board for the full board to hear the application and then make a decision. We didn't have a quorum, so we could not make a recommendation one way or the other.
Okay. Okay, so the board will have to make a recommendation tonight based on what we've seen.
Actually, I'm sorry.
Yes, Leanne?
Yeah, I'm on that committee, and I just would say personally, I don't know how people feel, and I'm open to questions, but I was impressed by their presentations before and tonight. So I don't have any qualms voting.
I'm sorry,
That's
Leanne. I
helpful.
couldn't. You said your. Can you repeat?
Sorry, yeah. Can you hear me now? Is that any
Yes,
better?
you're.
The new headphones. It's always a problem. So I'm on the committee, and I was one of the people there for the presentations, and I was impressed both times. So just
Okay.
that's helpful in people's decision-making process. I saw the full presentation as well, and I felt like it was well reflected to be helpful to people.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Leanne. Is anyone else who attended the meeting would like to offer any insight? Okay, if not, we're going to make two separate motions for the two separate applications. Do we have a motion to approve the first application for 8211 Queens Boulevard?
I motion to approve.
I second it. Mac seconds it.
Okay. Who made the motion? I'm sorry. Leanne made the motion. Okay, and it was seconded by Matt. All in favor?
Mac, M-A-C.
Mac, sorry. All in favor of approving the plans to amend?
Aye.
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 Okay. So the motion will pass.
Aye.
I'm abstaining from this vote.
Okay. Carol is abstaining. Do we have any nays? Okay, so the motion will pass. Now on to the second application, the one we just saw, 10545 to 10555 Horace Harding Expressway. Is there any comments from the committee?
Actually, well, Kristen, I know we sent out notices to the public on this application. We haven't received any responses back, as far as I know, in a negative way. As I indicated, my only concern is the fact that it's next to the school, and how that's going to attract far more kids than attend a convenience store now. So that's my only real concern. Outside of that, I would probably approve it, but I don't know how else to really frame this application, because everything else is basically in order. But we haven't gotten any of the mailings that we sent out to the community back in a negative manner. So I would probably go to approve it, but again, my hesitation and my concern are the impact from the arts and business school.
So Alton, you said you sent out mailings.
No, the office did, the manager.
The office sent out mailings, and you said you didn't get back any negative responses?
Right, Kristen, we haven't received any negative responses.
I have nothing. No, nothing.
So does that mean you have positive responses or you have no responses?
No responses.
Okay.
No responses.
I only have concern about that because the exit from the LIE is about a half a block from the gas station. There's also a road that dovetails into that exit. When you come off the exit and you have to go right across, there's many times people coming out of that gas station create a possible traffic hazard. And now if you're going to renovate it and put in a convenience store, or renovate the convenience store, make a different configuration, I think I see it as more of a problem with traffic.
Well, I'm Michelle Dunstan, and I do frequent that gas station, and it does need a renovation because it's kind of small. It has the mechanic store there, and I think a renovation would be a great improvement for it. And also that the school is there, that the kids will have more place to go by, because otherwise they walk up two blocks up to the BP gas station, and I don't see it as being a bad thing. And since you haven't gotten any responses back from it, and it hasn't been renovated in many years, so I move the motion to approve it.
So if I may just jump in, okay, so there was a motion already made. Sorry.
A motion made and I second. Sandra Munoz, Sandy seconds.
Okay, so Michelle Dunstan made a motion to approve the application, and it was seconded by Sandy Munoz.
Yes.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Are there any nays?
Abstain.
Who's abstaining?
I am.
Okay. Abstaining, Carol is abstaining. Any nays? Okay, so the motion passed. Okay, thank you, committee. Thank you, presenters. Do we have the results from?
Yeah, I managed to get. I'd like to acknowledge that we've been joined by both Ari Espinal and Edgar Moya, who have texted me. But I only have ballots from. I have ballots from 32 people, minus the duplicates, so it's 31. I'm ready to go and do the count.
Okay, are
All
Ari
right.
and Edgar voting?
I have Ari's. I don't have Edgar's yet.
Okay.
And it was sent
You
about
have mine?
maybe.
I did it late. Did you get
I
mine?
believe if you did it, then I should have it. But
Just now, not like less than an hour.
I have it, but I don't want to get into
Okay.
the do you have mine
Okay.
conversation going.
Okay.
We have 32 ballots. There were 31 people in the room earlier. We have more than enough to proceed with the election. So Ashley, if it's okay with you, I'd like to spend the time now to just make a quick call to the borough president's office, and Matt, if that's okay with you, again, I will reach out to you. So what we'll do is I'm just going to share the results of the election with both members. One member, again, as the borough president staff, myself, and the chair of the nominating committee, and then we'll get back with you with the final results as to what we have. But they are in. All right. So
Okay.
Ashley, I'm going to go for a minute. And as you go down the list, just yeah, I mean, so you'll do the motions and everything else for the next items without me, right? You can just read the names. You'll
Do that. That's fine.
Okay. All right. So, Matt, I'll just be calling you in a few minutes, and the same for the borough president's office. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, so moving on, we have the report and vote of the Public Safety Committee.
Yes, Madam Chair. Good evening and Happy New Year to everyone. So for the report of the committee, we did receive applications for new temporary permit applications, and the committee recommends the approval of I do know I'm referring to the list that's attached to the email of Community Board 4 office. We recommend the approval of Broadway Time, doing business as Post Time Pub, the Queen's Night Market. You earlier read the statement from Mr. Wang. Adia Food Incorporated, Nangma Tibetan Group Corporation, and Royal Dining Corp. Doing business as Delicious Mexican Food. So that's for the approval of the new temporary permit applications. It was also the meeting where, for the first time, we were complete. All the members of the Public Safety Committee were present. And so on account of, as it regards Cafe Valdez Inc., on account of the testimony of the New York NYPD detectives, including Detective Sapanieri, on the undercover investigation of the establishment located at 40-15 Junction Boulevard, which is where Cafe Valdez is located. According to the detectives, alcohol was warehoused in the location, and it operated and sold alcohol without a license, and worse, it was selling to minors, among other things. I'm not certain if they're present today, if they're present this evening, and if they want to have a presentation. But if they did not register beforehand, I don't know if the board will allow them to speak. And despite the notice to Cafe Valdez at the meeting and the consequent absence in the meeting, and our recommendation to deny in case they don't attend, there was no appearance by any representative to respond to any questions we did have. And of course, if anyone is interested in the NYPD report, the Community Board 4 office can make it available to you. They have 2 pages of violations, and these are serious criminal summons. We don't need to go into the details of it, and the specific names of the individuals involved are also there. You can actually take a look at it if you're interested. And for these reasons, we do recommend the denial. We cannot recommend the approval of the application of Cafe Valdez. Second point is, for the renewal applications, we recommend approval of Wang Yo, which is an Indonesian restaurant, Los Tres Hermanos Podrillos, and Huarong. And these are all part of the package that was sent to the board. For class change applicants, there were the two applicants that are included in the materials. The committee did not have the committee did not have further information on the questions that we have, including the fact that for JNI products, doing business as Spicy Shallot, they were recently approved for renewal, and I mean less than 2 months after they are now they seek to expand their license for a full liquor license. And the specific questions that we had is specifically if there was a special reason why they deferred the expansion of the license and did not apply for it contemporaneously with the renewal. For Yana Food, there was a question on, there was no indication of the specific of their upgrade. There was a question to that, but they weren't in attendance. And the same for the corporate change, which is why, for lack of information, and
Yes, hi, excuse me. My name is James Lam, and I'm the owner of J&I Products Corporation, and I'm the owner of
Excuse me,
Spicy
sir, you
Charlotte.
can't, excuse
Yes.
me, sir, you cannot interrupt
Oh,
the
okay.
chairperson while she's giving
Proceed.
her report.
yeah,
Sure.
Please ask for
I'll give
permission
you,
to speak.
Okay.
sorry, Madam Chair. Mr. Spicy Shallot, we'll give you an opportunity to respond. It's great that you attended.
Thank you.
I understand that you weren't present during the committee meeting, and that's exactly the specific information that we wanted, which was if there was any special reason why you deferred your application for the expansion of your license to a full liquor license instead of during the renewal. I have just two more points, and then you can have the floor if Madam Chair allows it. So I'm moving on, and it's the same with La Esquina Criolla. I don't know if they're here.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, and it's the same for you. You will have an opportunity to respond to the questions because we didn't have enough information during the meeting, and I understand that the community board office did extend the invitation to you that if you want, you may attend the full board meeting to respond to the questions. As to the other matters to report, Madam Chair, after which I can turn over the floor to them, is that during the meeting, the committee also called the attention of the FDNY, and Latice Williams was there, on the fact that most of the fire incidents occur during winter, and that it is an important time for both the FDNY and the community board for a campaign on fire safety, and we will just be pinning a date for it so that there can be a specific time during which to do a fire safety campaign. Although a fire drill is more desirable, we do understand that there's lack of personnel on the part of FDNY to do the fire drill themselves, even if it's a neighborhood by neighborhood thing. But in the campaign, we can emphasize to the building management, to owners of the building, to do their own fire safety drill, particularly during this time. And for the past 2 winters, reports have indicated that there are more fire incidents that occurred. That's all, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you, Laura. So who do we have present? We have
Spicy Shallot. Please state your complete name for the record.
Sure. Yeah. My name is James Lam, and I'm the owner of Spicy Charlotte. Good evening, everyone.
Okay, who else do we have?
This is Luis Echeverria, the attorney for La Esquina.
You said you are the attorney for.
Correct. I'm the attorney for La Esquina Criolla. I was invited to, I received a phone call and asked to appear today, and that's why I'm here.
And who else do we have?
Yana Foods INC. My name is Ellen from the Office of ABC License. We received a phone call yesterday as well.
Okay, Mr. Lam, you will have a few minutes to respond.
Sure. Yeah. Good evening. I believe when we start planning to expand our business to a full liquor license, we submit the applications back to, I believe, in the beginning of about on May 2021. We submit a 30 days notification during that time, and I believe your community board received the notification. However, the board meeting, I believe it was deferred until November 2021. And because of that, and we did not submit our change class applications until February 2022. Okay, because we do want to get the board meeting done and get approval. And I believe on November, our change class license, it was approved, by your broad community. So, but that time, because the state liquor authority received our application in February 2022, it said the community notification is too far away because we submit on May 2021, but the board meeting is on November 2021, and we submit the application on February 2022. And the time from the date we mailed the notification on May until February 2022 is quite long, and they want us to resubmit another 30 days notifications to your community board to notify, okay, we are planning to change the license from BNY to full liquor. And I want to emphasize one thing is the reason why we want to make that expansion because our business is growing and our customer base is making more bigger, and more customer around our neighborhood really likes our restaurant a lot. We do not have any incidents. We do not have any complaint before. We believe we are well managed. We have enough professional staff in our place to taking care of the business. And also, we know very well our customer around the neighborhood. And we also believe our marketing strategy right now to expand our social media, we will have more customer from outside. So we would like to have certain cocktail we planning to add on our menu there to create a better food promotion, on our menu and be able to diversify our business to other area in Queens or in Long Island. We do have a lot of customer coming from different areas so far, from upstate, from Long Island. So that's what we are looking the expansion. And the reason why we delayed in the first application because of really we are planning our menu, we are planning our food, we are planning our strategy, and also the community board meeting was on November, but we submit the application maybe a couple months later because of holiday in November, December. We submit on February 2022. So that's the reason why we are a little delayed, So we want to resubmit again, be able to present it ourselves to let you guys know, okay, we want the full liquor license and we do want to, expanding our business because we are getting, the business is expanding and also we have more customer coming in and also we create a new menu, the food, and we want to have certain cocktail menu be able to promoting our food. We are not going to have any happy hour. We will stay our business hour before, like normal. We close at 11 o'clock. We do not have any loud music. We don't like loud music. We want to have a very fine dining restaurant, So this is the idea, for this application.
Can I make a comment, Georgina?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm extremely familiar with your restaurant.
Sure.
I love it. All the people at Elmhurst love your restaurant.
Thank you.
We all, everybody order food from you. I've never seen anything or had any kind of bad attitude towards the restaurant.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
Madam Chair, just for the record, and Christian can also confirm this, based on the NYPD report, we do confirm that there are no incidents contained in that report involving spicy shallot.
May I, Madam Chair, may I add a comment?
Sure.
I, like Georgina, I also live in the neighborhood. This is an anchor of our neighborhood, and has made a contribution greater than simply being a restaurant. It's part of this whole gestalt of many Thai but other restaurants along this strip. It has really been a huge asset. It's a fine restaurant. It's a great restaurant.
Yes.
But it also is part of a really positive change in our neighborhood over the last 10 years, 7 years, I would say. And I can't speak highly enough about them. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Matt. Okay, would any?
Hi, Madam Chair. Yes, Madam Chair, is
Yes.
Adi Espinal. How are you?
Hi, Adi.
Hi, I just have to say I am speaking on behalf of Spicy Shallot. Not on behalf of Spicy Shallot, but I am always at Spicy Shallot. I've been going there since my college years. And as my other member said, yeah, since my college years, yep. I and all my college best friends and I, that's our meeting place. That's where we do Thanksgiving and Christmas and holidays. It's a pillar to the community. They've been a great establishment to our community, especially to the Woodside Elmhurst and Elmhurst Hospital. And it's literally what you say when you look to Woodside, Elmhurst, and Jackson Heights. They're welcoming, and is something that we call a family place. And it's from starting from Morgan, as you know now, you know this now, James, from Morgan all the way to the staff.
Yes.
They're just friendly and good to all of us. So I can't say nothing but good about Spicy Shallot. So thank you for putting a good restaurant in our neighborhood and allowing us to be a part of it.
Thank you so much. Yes,
It's located. Anyone can tell me?
What happened? What was the question?
It's located at 7701 Woodside Avenue.
Okay, thank you.
77 Woodside area.
I have to say, thank you for all of you guys. Have a very positive feedback, and that means we contribute, and also we get through the pandemic, you know, and also all the other difficult times, and we got a very good positive results. You know, I feel very grateful and thank you so much for all of you. You know, be our part of our family and our business. You know, thank you so much. Yes.
Mr. Lam, you're also right close to that park too, and apparently you're not having any trouble from the people who hang out in the park as well.
No, we are very alert and cautious. You know, of course there has a lot of the sometimes we do have some incident happening around our neighborhood, but we alert and we keep alert for our neighborhood too. If there has anything, we always working out with our neighbor to make sure they are safe, you know.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time, everyone. Thank you for the comments. Okay, we are going to move on. We do have more to cover.
Okay.
Well, we have to vote on this, don't we?
Yes. I guess we can go. We can.
I make a motion. We accept the committee's report and the fact that we received information from the establishment. They came to talk, and I'm ready to make a motion to approve everything.
We do have Yana Foods and La Esquina.
Yes, thank you. I was about to say
on
thank
the
you.
floor. Okay, so the motion was made by Georgina.
Hold on, but no, Madam Chair, if you could just stop for a second. We still have Yana Foods over here, and that was another restaurant that was on the docket with public safety. So before we accept,
Okay,
see,
so
I'm
we're
sorry,
going
yeah,
to vote
sorry.
as a slate. That's what we'll do.
I mean,
Didn't Laura said that we approved those already, Christian? Laura?
Sorry, Georgina.
Laura, didn't you, in your report, didn't you say you approved those other two restaurants? I know.
So we did say that we lacked information. That's why Spicy Shallot.
I know Spicy Shallot, but I don't remember the other two establishments.
Yeah, hang on a second. Yama Foods and La Esquina Criollo are all here tonight. We have heard from Spicy Shallot. We now can hear from Yama Foods and La Esquina Criollo.
But I will ask that we keep it very, very short, another 2 minutes. I don't want to get into, we shouldn't get into another 5-10 minute conversation with restaurant owners as they come in, Madam Chair. We do have, business to conduct.
Okay.
For La Esquina Criolla, are there any questions?
What's the nature of your corporate change?
It's one existing shareholder selling to the other existing shareholder. And they've been in business since for about 19, 20 years. And one shareholder just wants to move on.
Thank you, because the one page document that was received by community board did not indicate the exact change that was going to happen. Thank you for that clarification. Do you know the specific names from whom to whom?
Yes, Mario Savelli is assigning all of his rights to Abat Balinas. They've been together since 2003, and they have other businesses together. And Mr. Abat Salina was his head chef at the time, and now is the time to transfer everything to his good friend.
Thank you, Council. I think that's it. That's all that we need to know.
Thank you. Can I sign off?
Unless there are other pressing questions from other Madam Chair. I mean, yes.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, and have a great year.
All right, thank you.
So Yama Foods.
Yes, Yana Foods, they got their beer and wine license. They bought the existing grocery deli / local grocery deli. They're open from 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. They want to upgrade to an eating place here to allow some customers who want to drink beer along with their sandwiches and food, because they have hot food, deli sandwiches, as well as they have a cold salad bar. So this is the only reason. You have a total of 3 tables and 6 seats, and this is the only reason why they wish to upgrade, to allow some customers, not a lot, because they don't want to be in trouble. That's the only reason. They're not changing any other method of operation or the hours. Everything will remain the same. It's just that they're requesting class change from the takeout only to allow drinking and takeout.
Thank you, Ellen. Madam Chair, just for the record, there are no incidents reported by the NYPD involving Yana Foods.
Okay, thank you, Laura.
What are you thinking of, Sal?
Okay, is that all that we have here tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
They are.
Sal, thank you. Yeah, I was about to say, Sal, mute yourself, but we got you. Cool.
Madam Chair, I think now is the time for Georgina's motion. Thank you.
Okay. Georgina, would you like to repeat the motion?
Yes, that we accept the committee's report as modified tonight.
Okay. Is there a second?
I second.
I heard Michelle Dunstan first. Okay. Seconded by Michelle Dunstan.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any
Aye.
nays?
Aye.
Any nays? Any abstentions? Okay, the motion passes.
Thank you.
Good job, guys.
Okay. Yes,
Very
great job. Good job, everybody.
Mhm.
Okay, so last but not least, we have a report and vote by the Transportation Committee.
Hi, everybody, again. The one of our duties is to review license applications by people who are operating or want to operate taxi service, car service base offices, which is something that's approved by the TLC. So the Taxi Limousine Commission. So there is some governmental interaction. The Santo Domingo car service, which we have on our agenda tonight, has been operating there for many years. There's never been a problem with them that's been reported. And they are a well-established local business. The Transportation Committee conferred together via email and was unanimous in its agreement that this was a fine business, that we should approve the renewal of their existing license. And that is the motion. That is the motion we bring tonight to the board as a whole. So I guess, Ashley, I'll hand it back over to you for to solicit a motion in support. Is that appropriate?
Yes, thank you, Matt.
Okay, I'm out.
Okay, is there a motion to accept the recommendation of the committee?
I make a motion to accept.
Okay. Motion made by Lewis Walker.
I second it. Sylvia Martin.
Seconded by Sylvia Martin. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Wait, was it Louis or was it me? Sandy Munoz.
I heard Lewis.
Okay, then that's fine. Okay, I made it too. I thought, okay, good, no problem.
Okay, any nays? Any abstentions? Okay, and the motion passes. Okay. All right, so now it's time for the committee reports. Consumer Affairs.
Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. As you know, we haven't met. Our committee have not had a meeting still. However, we are still looking for members to join. That committee is a very important committee, and I'm just asking for members that are on our committee to please respond to my emails and to please be a part and be active. And we also welcoming new people. So that's my report.
Thank you, Michelle. Environmental.
Yeah, the environmental committee did not meet last month, or will it meet this month either? But we are planning a meeting in February. QSWAB's last meeting on February, not last meeting, but the previous meeting on December 28th was canceled. But there is one scheduled for this month on January 25th. And that's the end of my report.
Thank you, Carol. Okay, Health and Human Services.
Yes, Health and Human Services also has not met yet. We had initially talked about this week, so I will connect with the committee members again, and we'll find a new time to meet either later this month or next month.
Okay, thank you, Shrima. And as for parks, we will be meeting on the 24th. We will be the redesign for Hoffman Park. They're coming to present that to us. So we'll see that on the 24th. And finally, youth.
The youth committee, we have not met yet. I planning on having a meeting this month. And I just hope everyone, I sent out an email that they will respond. I have nothing else to.
Okay, thank you very much, Sylvia. This is just a reminder to everyone to please, please, please attend your committee meetings. That attendance is just as important as the board, meeting attendance. So please stay mindful and attend, look out for the notices and attend your committee meetings. Please, please, please. Okay. And finally, we have the election results.
Well, Madam Chair, I know you just asked me if the 110 precinct is here. They are still here, so if you want to open up the floor to them before
Yes.
I do mine, by
Thank
all
you.
means.
Yes. The 110, if you'd like to say anything, please.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for a moment of your time. I appreciate it. Just want to circle back with the report for the State Liquor Authority, the SLA, to be voting on those licensed premises. That report that you transpired was accurate. Everything that we went over the other day, I appreciate translating that to everybody. There was a number of violations on that one location, so please take that in consideration. Other than that, the 110 precinct is doing great. We're down 55% in crime for the 28 day. We measured crime in a 28-day period. And year to date, we're down 34%. I know the year just started, but we're doing great. We're trending in the right direction. All of the major categories we're down in. The only thing that we're seeing an increase right now is grand larcenies of auto. With the colder weather, people, again, you're leaving your keys in your car and you're going in to grab a cup of coffee or a sandwich, whatever it may be. You can't leave your keys in the car running. It was a crime of opportunity and your vehicle will be stolen. So please don't do that. We're up at 100% in that. We have 22 stolen cars for the 28-day period, which is just too many. So please put your valuables out of your cars and don't leave them running when you go into the store. Other than that, we're down majorly. Our robberies, we're down 41% in our robberies. So we're doing a great job. We're paying attention to our surroundings. And again, packages, don't leave packages unattended. Please have a neighbor bring them in if you could. And other than that, we're off to a good start. So thank you for your time.
Thank you. There is a question. Can you speak to how the process of getting a crossing guard? There's a member of the community here that was asking about that.
We're very aware of the shortage in our crossing guards. I think we're down about 12 crossing guards. We're just waiting for people to graduate their training classes, and this is throughout the city. So we're manning our most important areas, and they're all important, but the ones that are seeing the most traffic is where they're going to get a guard first. And these are guards throughout the whole city. So when they do graduate, we spread them out through all of Queens. So we hope to be getting some soon. But the police officers are filling in at some locations when we can. Parents and faculty, we're trying our best with what we got.
Thank you.
Can I add something to that? And also the sergeant and I will be doing an outreach program on 104 and 41st Avenue tomorrow. And the NCO officers are also reaching out. We were on Junction today, but we didn't, but they'll probably be there tomorrow. And also, if you know somebody that wants to sign up, they go to nypdrecruit.com and they can fill out the application online there, or they can call 212 RECRUIT recruit.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, Ms. Dunstan.
Can I just say something to the officer?
Sure.
Okay, so we heard about the tragedy that happened today.
Yes, unfortunately, I was there all afternoon.
We're sorry for the loss.
Thank you.
And our regrets.
Yeah, if anybody was tied up in a traffic situation around Junction Boulevard and the service road, Horace Harding there, unfortunately, we lost an officer to suicide this afternoon. So that's why we were conducting our investigation and removing the body at that time. Don't want to end on that note, but thank you for your kind words. Appreciate it.
Thank you for the updates. Thank you, Michelle.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay, does anyone have any other questions or comments for the 110? Okay.
Okay, have a good meeting.
Have a good evening. Thank you.
Take care.
Okay, so finally we can reveal the election results.
Okay, well, I mean, with both Pat Rosero and Matt McElroy present, we have the results over here. The entire slate for the most part remains the same. The only names that have changed are your at-large directors, and the 4 winners for the at-large directors are Linda Corral, Lara Gregory, Alexandra Owens, and Clara Salas.
Congratulations.
And that's it. And so congratulations. Very much looking forward. Looking forward to working with you all. Thank you very much. The executive committee is the one that I work with, obviously, the most directly. So thank you. And that's it, Madam Chair. Take the floor. We'll share the results. We don't keep the results at the office, but we are sharing with the borough president's office, and they'll keep them.
Gonna get rid of it. Okay. Okay, thank you. Congratulations. Looking forward to serving again with all of you. And that's it. Thank you all for hanging out with us tonight.
Need that motion to adjourn, though.
Yes, we do need a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Sandy Munoz moves to adjourn.
Okay.
Second that motion.
Second it.
Yeah. Good night. Happy
Thank
New
you.
Year, everybody.
You did a great
Congratulations to
job,
all the new
Ashley.
elected
Thank you. See you all
officials.
next
Well done, Ashley.
Nice job, Ashley.
And as always, you Christian, hold it down.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, love. No, we're good, guys. Thank you. Thank you. We'll talk soon.
Good night.
God bless. We starting off a good new year. See you guys next meeting.
Yep, Jocelyn, save files. You remember that. Thank you.
Okay, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Congratulations.